Did you see the thing where YouTube is intentionally slowing down your PC when you're on YouTube if you have Adblock running? Isn't that fucking insane? It's such a devious plot. It's trying to be able to intentionally turn off Adblock because they get annoyed with the speed. It's like such a fucking, the war is reaching a next level. They've also ramped up their ad runs on smart TVs. YouTube does not control the ad runs. So if you're getting ads on smart TVs, it's because the YouTuber you've watched has upped their ads. The YouTuber chooses. You should remove your videos in protest. As powerful as a statement as that would be, given that all of my videos combined are sort of a rounding error on a Mr. Beast short, I'm not sure they would notice. I'm not sure that would change big YouTube's opinions. Do YouTubers get more money from premium or ads? No, it's more like you can choose how many ads run on your video, and you can choose where to put them too. So like if you have a 10-minute video, you might do 2 or 3 ads normally. And then when they run, if someone has premium, you get paid for that and they don't have to watch anything. That's why, premium viewers are good. 1 ad per 30 seconds. So unironically, I was speaking to this YouTuber guru. Actually, he was nice. I'm not knocking him, but that is a crazy job title. And he was like, yeah, so what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna put an ad every minute. That way, if somebody's on a smart TV, you make a ton of money. If they have premium, you make a ton of money. And if they don't, then they'll just get Adblock anyway. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna do that. Just because I feel like that would really piss me off as a viewer. Even though he made a fair point, which is that people blame YouTube, not the YouTuber. So I'm getting it out there into the world that if you start seeing 50 ads, like that's a choice. You should re-release your videos with Atriox's version of the title. The thing is, the reason Taylor Swift re-released her songs with Taylor's version is because she no longer owned the rights to the originals, so she couldn't get profit off them. I do, so it would make no sense. It's like, it's just re-releasing a video that I already own to make another video I already own. There would be no profit in it. That being said, I have been thinking, I was talking with Tierzu. Me and Tierzu made a YouTuber grind Discord for serious YouTubers who want to grind and talk to each other about like what is good on YouTube and what to do. And we've been talking in there. One of the ideas that has come up is like, some of the videos I made 2-3 years ago, like, what's the best acquisition of all time? What's the worst acquisition of all time? How does food marketing work? All that stuff. I didn't do a very good job of editing, of sound quality, of video speed, of good intro, I didn't make them good video. It was just highlights, So it could be interesting to re-release them with the same basic information. Like the information is good. It's well researched. But like make it a good video. I'm thinking about it. Just because I don't think those topics have been well served by those old videos. Like a remastered. Yeah, like a remastered edition. A director's cut, if you will. 4K HDR remastered Bergsey reveal. Hey, Atriox, I was watching an old video and you said you lived in Williamsburg, Virginia for a bit. My mom, dad, and sister all went to college there. Yeah, I did. I lived in Williamsburg, Virginia for 2-3 years. I wouldn't say it's a very nice area, but this was like junior high or something. Maybe junior high into freshman year of high school. I just felt like I got super, super new kidded when I moved in. It was like everybody had been there for a long time. It was kind of a preppy area. It was tough. It was a tough area to be a new kid, I'll be honest with you. Did have Busch Gardens. Did maybe get my first kiss at Busch Gardens. I think that does track. So there's some good memories there, not so bad, but Ari wasn't your first kiss, kind of cringe. Is that kind of cringe? That's interesting. That's an interesting theory on what determines cringe. No, still a virgin, obviously, like I said. Obviously still a virgin. I'm saving it for after marriage. You know what I'm saying? For afterlife. I'll have my first sex in heaven. Thank you. As Christ wanted. Minority Report, but it's about cheating on a future spouse. I loved Minority Report. What a fantastic idea, concept, movie. Tom Cruise did a good job. You just like Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke's not in it. I do like him, but that's a weird way to describe it because he's not in the movie, right? So yeah, sure, I like him. I don't see how the two things are related. What is Minority Report about? Sure, I'll explain that to you. If you haven't seen it, you might find it interesting. Minority Report is set in the near future. It's probably actually already set in the past. I think it's set in 2020 or something. When is Minority Report set? 2054, I'm dead wrong. Okay, it's set in 2054 in Washington, D.C., a city plagued by crime. But they come up with a new solution, precogs, which are an innovation of both science and magic, I guess. 3 ghoulish children that can see the future, and they can predict one crime and one crime only, murder. So these 3 precogs sit in a big pool and they like swim around and they dream and they go, oh, and they have a vision of murder. And then the pre-crime department sees the vision on their monitors and goes and stops the crime before it's committed. And in the test run, which is going for, I don't know, a year and a half, they've stopped all murder in DC. And they're about to roll it out nationally. And everything's going good. And Tom Cruise runs the pre-crime department. He's done a great job. The opening scene, this is all Spielberg, by the way, an incredible scene where he breaks into a house and stops a murder right before it's about to be committed. Really interesting concept. It has the most accurate depiction of what a technology of the future might be like, because all of the stuff it shows is like advertising based. Like when you're walking through a mall, it scans your eyes and then like the advertisements all say your name. It's like, hey, Atrioc, Dasani's right up your alley. It's so refreshing and cool. Anyway, it's got self-driving cars. It's got a lot of things that, you know, it was like ahead of its time on that. It's got gesture-based interfaces on all of the screens. So it's cool. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And then the twist is, I'll give you the very beginning of the movie. This is like the setup, the beginning of the action, is that Tom Cruise, the ultimate good guy, head of the pre-crime department, coolest guy in the world, nicest guy in the world, everyone's hero. He's watching the monitor, and then they're like, oh, there's a murder. And he's like, hey, you know what? Go out and get some cake. I'll handle this one. And so everyone else leaves the room. He's watching the monitor, and it shows him. He's the guy that commits the next murder. He has to solve the murder he's about to commit. But he's like, I would never do that. I'd never commit a murder. He doesn't know what's fucking happening. But all it says is that Tom Cruise is about to commit a murder. And then all of a sudden, the action begins. It's not a spoiler. It literally happens in the first 15 minutes, I think. So, I mean, I would also commit murder if someone stole my glizzies. Did you listen to me? Because that's not what happened at all. There was no glizzies involved in any way. Who does Ethan Hawke play? Nobody. He's not in the movie. Is Scarlett Johansson in the movie? Stop asking which actors are in the movie, because you could very easily Google this. No. Although, I will tell you, a Minority Report fun actor story is that Colin Farrell is in the movie. He plays like a internal affairs FBI agent looking out for corruption who doesn't believe in pre-crime. He looks older than he is. It's one of his first roles. He's pretty young. He's like 24, 25. And apparently he would get so trash partying that he would show up and not have any of his lines memorized and look hungover. And so there's a great part of the movie, he's talked about this in interviews, where he had to say something pretty simple, which is like, the precognitive abilities of the precogs is like, is that a metaphysical reality? Something kind of complex or whatever. And he couldn't do it. He could not say the line. Spielberg gave him like 100 chances. Tom Cruise is a true professional. They gave him 100 chances. He couldn't do it. So they had to change the line and cut it short. And if you watch it in the movie, it is kind of awkwardly cut short. Like the dialogue is like it almost cuts away to him and he says it in which is funny. I didn't know that. I never noticed it when I saw the movie, but when I heard the interview, I went back and watched it, and it's like, it's great. You talk about movies a lot. I was wondering if you have a Letterboxd. I don't. Letterboxd is kind of it's more of a Zoomer hobby, a Zoomer film hobby. It just wasn't around. I don't want to get. Also, I don't understand Letterboxd because the whole idea is just like work. It's work I do, and theoretically, nobody should ever care. Like, right? Realistically, nobody should care. So it's a lot of time for, you know, it's a diary almost. It's like, it feels almost too pointless. It's like a movie journal. Yeah, I guess. If you think about it as truly personal, then I think it's nice. But even still, that's like work that I don't want to do. Like, I remember the movies in my head. They're all up here. Too pointless, said the man who did a Popathon. Okay, touche, I guess. The Popathon, I feel like, is a real powerful, almost, I don't know. Is it too crazy to say Christ-like action? Is it too much? Am I putting on too much airs to say it's Christ-like? To say it's almost like it's a religious, transformative experience? Transcendent is a good word for it. Yeah, I agree. Transcendent.